But to kick us off, what a great pleasure it is today to have Emmanuela Shinta as our keynote guest speaker. Now, let me go down the list of what this young lady has accomplished so you get a sense of what we're about to expect. So, hailing from Kalimantan, Indonesia, Emmanuela is a Dayak leader. She is an activist. She is an environmentalist. She is a filmmaker, and she's a writer. In 2016, she started the Youth Act campaign that calls on young people to demand climate justice and to take climate action. She is also the founder of Ranun Wellum Foundation and has trained over 150 young indigenous young peoples to use video and media to report on forestry and environmental issues. And the list goes on, but let's not take the more time away from her. And for this, Emmanuela, can you please come on stage and inspire us? Let's put our hands together for Emmanuela.
I still can remember clearly the memories from 20 years ago. At first, I thought that was the sounds of the bird. But later my grandma told me it was the sounds of gibbons singing. I love to explore the forest with barefoot, collect the wild fruits, and climb to the roof of my house, then sit there, just watching and enjoy the green view of the forest in my backyard. One day, it was only my mom and I at home, when my house was caught in the fire because of electrical short circuit. And it was 3 a.m. My mother and I managed to escape from the blazing flames that engulfed our wooden house and burned all my favorite things. And back then I was only a little girl wearing pajama and shouting, weeping, "My clothes, Mom, my clothes!" It's not okay to see your home burn. But the fact is, the same thing is happening right now. All dear excellencies and distinguished guests from all across the world. My name is Emmanuela Shinta, a woman from Dayak Mainan tribe. My homeland, Kalimantan, is the original habitat of orangutans, one of the ancient rainforests which is more than 140 million years old. It has a lot of natural biodiversity and resources, and my people, Dayak people, are the first people of the land. There are more than 400 different sub-tribes, and we speak 400 different languages. Such a beautiful and rich culture. And Kalimantan once was dubbed as the lung of the world. But I'm dubbed, if the title still fits in. In 2015, Kalimantan had been the hottest and the most polluted island in the world. It was caused by huge forest and peat fire that destroyed more than 800,000 hectares area in my homeland. I have gone to the areas where fires burn 3 meters to 5 meters under the ground and produce thick haze, which contain amount of carbon emissions that could make you collapse in less than a few minutes. And in 2015, carbon emissions that released by peat fire in Kalimantan exceeded the entire US economy at the same period. The air pollution was equal to smoking 672 cigarettes a day. And I saw our elders, our children, dying. Even I lost my voice for 3 weeks because of smoke inhalation. And I want you to know, ladies and gentlemen, it has happened not only for 1 year or a few years. It has happened since 1997. It never feels okay to see your own home burn. But we haven't given up. I believe the ancient wisdoms are the key to save this planet. That's the wisdoms that have been keeping forests for 1,000 years, and it cannot be replaced by technology. However, technology can be very effective to support the restorations of the ecosystem and to enhance our responsibility as humans. And I say this is where my generation played a role. The indigenous wisdoms that we received from our ancestors, combined with skills, knowledge, and education, that can be very powerful too to make a change and create a better future. And 3 years ago, together with other fellow young people in Kalimantan, I started an indigenous initiative-based organization named Rano Welung Foundations, which means living water, and launched Youth Act, a movement that called for all young people to speak on behalf of their communities, stand for their rights, and protect the forest. We created the first Haze Protection Shelter in Indonesia. We use videos and films to bring our stories and be heard by government and global audience. We also train young people to be activists, and they can use their platform to speak about climate change and human rights. We replant the trees and forests in the area that have been burned. We speak in national and global forum, bring wisdoms from our elders, and demand to the policymakers to involve the local communities in policymaking. Don't bring the alien concept only to justify your project. That's what we say. And we educate next generations, pass them the teaching of our ancestors and connections to the Mother Earth, because we believe the children may be only 27% of the world's populations, but they are 100% of the world's future. We, young people in Kalimantan, have been rising from the ashes. Ladies and gentlemen, there are many times I want to give up and feeling hopeless and helpless. But every time I want to quit this battle, I'm thinking about my sisters, my brothers, my fathers, my mothers, my elders, and the most important is the generations that will come after me. What kind of future that I want to give to them? What kind of future that I want our children to have? And while there's an uncertainty, one thing that for sure, it must be better than what I have today. Then, I clench my heart once again, gather all my strength and courage, and to stand here before all of you, even though my feet are trembling and my voice is shaking, I want to say the same words just like what Greta Thunberg says. We have to act as our house in the fire. And the fact is, yes, our house is in the fire right now. This is a message from me, Emmanuela Shinta, a Dayak woman from the jungle of Borneo. Once again, I dream to wake up in the morning and listen to the sounds of gibbons singing once again. And I believe in the collaboration and partnership, and Red Plus can be one of the key solutions to climate change mitigation and adaptation, provided that it respects and aligns with indigenous and local communities' rights, needs, and interests. This can only be done through bottom-up approach by fully involving and giving leadership to the community, because I believe each of us has a role to play. Where is the best place to start? Here. And when is the best time to act? Now. Me, you, us, we are the power. Terima kasih Hane Tabe, selamat kenang.